Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's good. Everybody is well. Welcome to week not 10. God, this is let's get that quickly changed, shall we? Week 11 at Thruxton. A god tier track. Should do it. Yeah, look at that. Easy. Welcome everyone, my name is JayCaulls. It's a pleasure to meet you all if you're here for the first time. If not, welcome back. I haven't bored you all just yet. And this is week 11 of TCR fixed. Later will be the Open, and we are at Thruxton. The grounds for this week's iRacing special event, the 4 hours at Thruxton. And we could potentially get rain in the Open race tonight, so I'm looking forward to it, but our luck with the strength of field broadcast is I don't think it's rained once this season whenever we've had a strength of field broadcast. So make that what you will. Welcome in. I hope everyone is good. Everybody is well. I'm not having the camera on at all tonight because I am sweating more than something that sweats at a odd situation. Use your imaginations for that one. And already in Twitch chat, Racewave, Guitar Guy, Josue, Billy as well. I think I saw 2 over on the YouTube. We've got Slyderic, Pete as well. How we doing, Pete? Sweating like you're barefoot in flip flops? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that one. But this is such a nice circuit. I love this circuit so much, so much. And if you haven't already, there is a track guide available on the YouTube channel. It's already broke my record, I think, apart from Charlotte as the most viewed track guide in 24 hours. I expect nothing less because I did it, obviously. Right, I'm just quickly getting some things up on the screen, including iRacing as well. Maybe if I put those the other way around, that would probably look better. There we go. So at the moment, it is Honda at the top 2 positions with the Audi 2 behind. I'm quite surprised with that because the Honda's been struggling quite a bit during the fixed. But instead of looking at all the camper vans around the outside and Barney in the Thruxton circuit, flag bearer stall, let's get over to Josue Emmanuel Savio. Young Argentinian at the moment with the 2nd fastest time. 5.1k rated. At long last driving in TCR again, hell yeah. It's way too warm, yes. Yeah, I am dripping right now. With perspiration. Those who are new to this concept, do commentary on Tuesdays on this channel for the strength of field races. That's 2 20-minute races with a fixed setup and also an open setup race. Then on Wednesdays you'll find myself and Pete Bingham on the Backfire Simsport TV channel. I've chucked it in the Twitch side, I'll chuck it in the YouTube as well. Anyone who enjoys your TCR, enjoys your V8 supercars as well, Backfire Simsport has you covered for both leagues with V8s on some Saturdays and TCR every Wednesday. Team Woodcock, oh my god, Woodcock's got a bit of a following at the moment, it seems. Oh, he is actually in the session. Oh, look at that, there we go. Woodcock himself. Relegation playoff final is at the moment. Who's playing? Is the... Oh yeah, the Germans do it the same way as the Scottish leagues, don't they? For relegation playoff final. Backwards concept if you ask me, but... We are the Woodcuckers. Okay, right. Moving very swiftly on. We have 10 minutes left until the first session for tonight fills up. Now, participation has been hit slightly despite it being a special event week. This is mainly because it is so damn warm. I'm sat here in this seat right now and it is extremely warm where I'm sat. I don't want to get up because I can just feel the heat just, yeah, it's not nice. It's 36 degrees Celsius in this office at the moment, so whew. If a local team can get back into the second league after 30 years, they should just get it automatically. Alright, let's go inside Tom Woodcock's car at the moment. A very quick lap of Thruxton. So going through, you can just lift slightly for Allard turn number 1, mount the curb slightly if you dare, try not to overrun it onto the grass. There's a slight little bit of curb there to save your blushes. Then we're going to turn 2, 3, 4 of Campbell, Cobb, Seagrave. Each corner you're setting up for the following, so don't absolutely overrun 2, so then you get a better line through the exit of 3, but at the same time don't go all out, so then you can go full throttle through 4, and that is probably the absolute limit you can go. Getting to the outside of that corner, then onto Noble, keep it nice and steady, and then to Greenwood. Not the best of braking spots sometimes when you're practicing, but once you take that leap of faith, you can either cut to the inside like Tom has, or you can ride around the outside and keep the wheel as straight as possible. Lift slightly for Church, and that's another leap of faith, but one of the most fun corners on the whole circuit. Brooklands is as easy as just keeping to the left hand side. Then the club turns 10, 11 and 12. You can take so much of these curbs. We're seeing Tom going so narrow here, and that just opens up the middle. You can ride the curbs like you ride donkeys at Blackpool Beach, and with that, keep it on the track, go past the line, and there you go, your very quick lap of Thruxton, the UK's quickest circuit. Expect many people to take that line on the exit of turn 1 as well. 30 degrees here in Vienna, so hot. Yeah, 36 in the room at the moment. I think it's about 27, 28 outside, but we're about to get a thunderstorm actually, so if I go silent halfway through a race, it means I've taken all my clothes off and I'm running around outside naked in the rain. If you take the final chicane like that in the clear, you get hit by a nicely slow down all the time. Donkeys, you know what donkey is, don't you? Is it called something else on the continent? So we're watching David Petit get round the corner, currently running 14th place. This is just a practice before the official session starts. And a quick look to see exactly how many people are signed up at the moment. There's currently 30 signed up, so that's enough for 2 splits of 15. If we can get 6 more people in the next 7 minutes, which is extremely likely, then you can we can get an extra split in and a more competitive top split. Take the camera with you and make like hot tub thunder. Wow. I don't even know what that is, but so this weekend, 4 hours at Thruxton, I have a little bit of bad news. Last year, I did at least 2 of them. This year, I'm only going to be able to do 1, and it's going to be the very early morning one that starts. Oh, that's an interesting line through there. The one that starts at 8 AM in the morning British time. So I've got plans during the day. I'm not going to cancel them. So I either do it late Friday night, or I do it early Saturday morning. Now I'll be honest, I'd rather do the Saturday morning one. Sample and Whiplash by Architects. Oh yeah, brilliant, absolutely love it. Oh, and here we go from the Apex Leagues, Charlie Devlin ripping it up. 8/10ths quicker than many more behind him, and this is just on a fixed setup as well. Charlie's a real life driver, I think in something like the Formula Ford. I'm sure he's in a open wheeler series IRL. Just a line through there, driver literally taking the shortcut over the grass. Yes. But you'll see myself, Jaden, Thomas, Josh, Chesney going up against the likes of Charlie and others. on Thursdays where there's a British Touring Car Championship race. Sure, we got Thruxton at some point this season as well, so it'll be interesting to see how everyone runs around there, because it's going to be a hell of a race with 40 plus cars in it, just like this Wednesday, or tomorrow even, at Backfire Simsport TV. We've also got Stephen Hurd as well, making their way around. See by all the nationalities on the board at the moment. International race down in little old Thruxton. I've read the name Gerard and immediately missed Prime Barclays. We do not let it fucking slip. Best season ever, that. Oh, sorry, Katago, you're a bloody Liverpool fan, aren't you? Sorry about that. It's got Robbie Harrison in the race as well. His white and pink machine. Four minutes left. So with 4 minutes, let me get the track map out so you can see just how quick Thruxton looks. A quick look to see how many people are signed up to the session right now. Every time I'm about to do something off camera, everyone starts slowing down. Go, it's climbed from 30... Not over 40 yet? Can't still be at 30, surely. You sound so calm, you find on those pills. I'm calm because I feel sick from the heat. I don't have heat stroke, I am drinking plenty of water, but I'm trying not to get too animated tonight because it is like a sweat box in here. This way, how we doing? Thanks for that donkey statement. I thought of Gordon Ramsay. That reminds me of the weirdest fanfic I ever read. You know what? You should probably keep that one to yourself. Right, there's only 30 people signed up at the moment, so if you want a chance to get in and into a strong or into a second split, then jump in now. Like I said, because there's so many people who are not going to be driving in heat tonight. Participation is going to look a little bit weird, but don't take it as reflective to how the series is doing. The series has had a massive boost from the new Audi, which is on your screens now. Movie night tonight? Hell yeah. What you watching? People renovating houses. What movie is that? Never heard of that one. For a second there I thought that was a Subaru Impreza paint. I'm going to refresh the paints. Feels either loads of people just running... Yeah, loads of people just running standard paints. Weird. It's just shining. Gordon Ramsay is a wizard that becomes the potion teacher at Hogwarts and creates the master wizard chef. I don't want to know any more about that story, Katagai. Thank you. We are also live on YouTube at the moment, so get yourself over to there, put a thumbs up on the stream. Right, we're coming into the last few people signing up now. Right, get everything set up. We'll start seeing a couple of people pulling up in a second to jump into the session. Got Anton in as well. Also, what's with the F1 fanfic? No, the whole... It's the worst part of F1 at the moment is the accounts, the Twitter accounts, where people have made their favourite driver their personality, and it shows. Right, waiting for the next session to come up. And that's the circuit slowly emptying out. For some reason it's only showing one split. It is. It actually is. Devlin's a real life driver. I can't remember off the top of my head what series it is that he drives, but... we nearly accidentally did bottom split there, but top split is 3.5k. Let's get to it. The way it's not an offline screen. Well, we're just loading it up now. I should really be a bit more professional about this and chuck this over the top or something. You know, just something like that. Yes, like I said, I'm going to be a bit less animated today because it's so warm in here. So we're checking to see if the streamer's lagging. Sorry, mate. I'm in top split. I hope I will not embarrass myself, especially at the start. As long as you practice just that, you should be fine, right? Right? So welcome everybody to the TCR Challenge Top Split Fixed Week 11 at Thruxton, a God tier track. My name is JayCaulls. It's a pleasure to meet you all. If you're the first time here, if you're returning, then welcome back. Take a seat and get ready for the fastest track in the UK. Thruxton is the place for this weekend's iRacing special event, the 4 hours at Thruxton. Yeah, it's at Thruxton. Just in case the title didn't get you there. And the officials this week are going to be the best opportunity you're going to have in terms of practicing on how to race other people, especially when you think that special event's going to have up to 60 cars in it. That's right, imagine 60 TCR racing around this track. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. But for now, the drivers are getting ready for their qualifying session. It's time to get some qualifying done. We've got some big names in here at the moment. Some high ratings as well. We can definitely see that the top 6 or 7 are going to end up fighting each other throughout. This split goes all the way down to Gerard at bottom, 2.2. So looking at how close some of these ratings are, it looks like we could have 2 separate battles today. But it just depends how much they start rushing each other through the laps. You know the score right now when it comes to the qualifying at the bottom. If it is a green sector, it is a personal best. If it is purple, it is the best out of everybody in the session. 60 cars is intense. I might start from the back. Masto, good to see you, mate. Is a special event the standing start? No, it's a rolling start. So you can imagine how that final chicane is going to go. So here we go, the major Montservais right now. The 6th highest iRacing in the field. A lovely looking Hot Wheels car there. Stephen Hurd on the SRG is going to be one to watch for sure, as well as a man who quite regularly wins the TCR fixed strength of field races. That is Gordon Hauger just here, already setting personal fastest of the sessions. Stephen Hurd getting the third one just here, but look at all the purples already. Someone's stolen that second one from him, and that is this one here, Randolph Fredericks. For some reason the paints aren't showing, so let's try and fix that at some point. So I'm pretty sure everyone's running really cool paints this week. I have to start trading paints all up again. Now I have to practice. Yes, you do, Tamas. How are we doing, my friend? I hope you're good. I hope you are well. And the first times are coming in. Stephen Hurd with the quickest at the motor, 1:14.5. This is a fixed setup lap, by the way. A chance of getting some rain in the open. I do hope we get a rain race, but Fredericks down in 7th at the moment. So let's have a quick look at Stephen Hurd right now. In fact, let's go right inside. So approach Goodwood. You have to find that little bit of darkened tarmac in the middle to brake, and then swing your car around. Take the outside and keep your wheel as straight as possible. A lot of people are cutting the inside there, though I like to keep it on the outside because it just makes preparing for churches, this corner here, a little bit easier. Maybe I'll do the next open. I think you should. 100%. More the merrier. Gordon Hauger at the moment with 2 more purple sectors there. Seeing how Stephen's doing here, he's got 2 personal bests in the 1st and 2nd sector. Not so good on the 3rd, but he's going to be crossing the line. Gordon Hauger goes up to 2nd. Can Hurd improve on his time? Fractionally holds a 2.4 second lead, but it's Randolph who we're going to be checking on at the moment. Quickly refresh the paints again. For some reason, some people just aren't running custom liveries, it seems like. Oh, Josue Savio at the top. And Monsivais as well. Wow, and Fredericks gets the pole. Look at that, top 4. All within 1 second. No, all within 1/10 of a second of each other. That's so close. That's a really nice paint for Gerard just there. We've got Leo Aina on here as well. So I apologise in advance everyone for not being so animated today. It is so warm in here now, and that must have been an off track just there. Yeah, off track, but you might as well finish the rest of the lap to keep your safety rating up. This is just getting their wheels warmed up and they're going to try one more lap. That's also a possibility, because they are still running personal bests, so I'm going to presume that we're going to get 1 more lap from Aina. Leave it if I said I'm working on another Hot Wheels livery for the 4 hours. Hell yeah, man. Hopefully it's got plenty of camo on it. Jose Savio currently occupying that first row. Meanwhile, Nathan Williams, great time there, up to 5th. Anton Shishankov at the moment, car number 10, but up in 6th place. Let's have a look at Leo at the moment, see how they're getting on. Still plenty of cars on the circuit, but I won't be surprised if it's people practicing their starts. And thank you to the 38 right now who are watching on both Twitch and YouTube. If you're on the YouTube side, put a thumbs up on the stream, the more the merrier. Putting a thumbs up on is a free way just to spread discoverability of this channel out a bit. And as long as you lot are enjoying the Strength of Field broadcasts, then I'll carry on doing them. Like I said, for those who didn't get here at the beginning of the stream, I might go be able to do one 4-hour Thruxton race this year. It might have to be the first one on Saturday. It's going to be rough. Aina gets over the line and goes up to 13th. Still got a couple more on the circuit at the moment. We've got Gordon possibly just getting some extra practice in. And got Patrick in here as well. Usually runs a lot of the Clios, but jumping into the TCR for this week. Expect to see a lot from the amazing Renault Clio community jumping in to do some more front wheel drive special events this weekend. And if you enjoy longer races with the TCR, then do you not remember the 6 hours of Donington? I'm pretty sure that's coming back at the end of this year. A TCR and Renault Clio multi-class race. Just waiting for the last few to get all their laps done. I don't think anyone's seriously running a lap at the moment. This Aina is, and so they've got 10 seconds left, so I doubt it very much that we go get another one in. No, we're not. Just people practicing their starts. Try not to get off track during qualifying, it still counts towards your safety. So, for the first of 2 races tonight, it is Randolph Fredericks and Jose Savio who occupy row 1. Row 2 is the Major and Stephen Hurd. Row 3, Nathan Williams and Anton Shizhnikov. Gordon Hauger and Malte Schneider occupy row number 4. Row 5 is going to have Jacob Tibot and Daniel Repetto. Patrick Gallick and Chris Wetz are going to be 11th and 12th place, with 13th and 14th involves Leo Anya and David Jard. Then final row, Nico Loikinen and Robbie Harrison. So Fredericks is going to be a very strong favourite here as long as they can get their launch, but when you've got Savio, Major, Hurd and Williams right behind you, I tell you what, this could be a 5-way battle. A very entertaining one at that. So we're waiting for 2 people, so hopefully the ads should be done now on the Twitch side. Just reminds for everybody, you can use Prime. Use Prime on my Twitch, you won't get ads. Twitch sometimes chucks their own ads in whenever as well, so I can't always be given the opportunity to turn those off. Though I think next time we're about to start qualifying, so I'll remind me before qualifying starts on the open race, and I'll run Twitch ads then so that no one gets an ad during qualifying or the race. But here we go. Everybody's on the grid. This is the fixed strength of field race, and we are off. And it's a good start from Fredericks, a good start from Savio, a jump start from Robbie Harrison right now, who's been black flagged very, very early here. A lot of traffic in this middle bit here, and this is going to feel, imagine this but 10 times worse. Congratulations, you now imagine the 4 hours of Thruxton. Everybody making their way through quite cleanly as well, to be honest. I'm not seeing too many shenanigans going on at the moment. Get to the blimp.
Kirk Dragon 2
Oh god, what a view of nothing. Kirk Dragon, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're good, hope you're well. Right, let's get everybody in as we're approaching from Goodwood. So far so good, a nice clean start for most people. Do have a jump start from Harrison, who's up to 11th place at the moment. This is who we've got the camera on now. And this is going to be interesting because you're about to see firsthand exactly how dangerous a pit entry is here. We're going in the car behind right now, Daniel Repetto. who's got Chris Wetz on the inside. We're going to see exactly how Harrison in front, the number 8, is going to enter the pits. And look how close that was. If people didn't know that Harrison was going in the pits there, that could have been absolute disaster. You do not get a lot of time at all. So when you're in the 4 hours at Thruxton, please make sure you go out of your way to let people know when you're pitting. Because if they smash you at the rear, well, it's their fault for smashing you at the rear. But if you let them know, you're less likely to get smashed up the rear. Kirk, how are we doing? I hope you're good, hope you're well. Thank you so much for throwing the raid over this way on the Twitch stream. You're in amongst the strength of field races at the moment. How's NASCAR Heat 5? At the moment it's Randolph Fredericks in the lead, but look how close they are behind. It's Savio and Hurd right behind. Hurd already up a position, with Randolph and Joseway keeping where they are at this moment in time. Let's get into the cockpit of Stephen Hurd right now. Josue Savio in front. I feel Savio's not going to have a good time here. Stephen Hurd, one of the winners of the 4 hours at Thruxton last year, so has plenty of experience on this circuit. So here a little tiny bit of a lift there as they enter turn number 1, and we've got something going on behind. It's a side-by-side battle. Both chopping and chase. Oh, hang on. Someone's just to get disconnected there. I wonder that might be why. My timing tower is going crazy, showing a load of different position changes. So let's get over to Patrick. Patrick, who's going to be opening up that following corner and will be right on the behind of Tibbet in front. And look at that. That speed just there is put him right behind. The whole purpose of turns 2, 3 and 4 is pretty much just to set up the following corner. And done expertly just here. Schneider at the moment has a spot above her behind him in the form of Nathan Williams. Williams down 3 places at the moment. Williams though in his car's livery, about to go side by side with Schneider. It's going to go straight in, and look at that, perfectly done, and a great exit as well. Schneider's got it all to do now if they want to get that position back. A regular fixture at the top of the stand-ins for fixed. Gordon Halgo finds himself down in 5th at the moment. Had a bit of a struggle during last week's fixed at Snetterton at the same time. I think we've finally found Gordon's weakness, and that will be British tracks. Gerard in 14th with a slowdown. Let's hope that they serve it nicely and neatly. They do. Not the greatest place to get a slowdown, and in fact they still have it. As soon as I say that, it's gone. This battle for the lead at the moment. I feel the final chicane is going to be the moment where people are going to end up winning and losing their races. It's a nasty slowdown if you end up cutting. And the worst thing about it is, with how much you can actually skip and hop over this final chicane, the circuit wants you to wants you to overcut. It's inviting you, it's lulling you in like a siren. But Gordon's taken one, he's going to go up for the other. Shishankov is next on his hit list. So he already had an inside line just there. He's going to be slowing down a little bit more. If you can get to the chopper cam at the moment, you can see just how much tighter his lines are at the moment. He's lulling you in like a siren. You know what I'm on about, legendary creatures, the sirens. Hackney, how are we doing? I hope you're good, hope you're well. Gordon's getting closer and closer. And opening up Church as much as possible. Look at the gap between them both. It's quite even, but it's going to be a little bit of a slipstream here. Is there going to be any opportunity? And Gordon's literally going to go for a massive lunge to the inside there. Luckily, no contact, but it is going to mess up both their corners. And look who's just behind. The Major is coming into your screen just there. All these two end up going side by side. And she's... Oh, and Anton in front has a slowdown. They have to serve it. It's bad taste to serve it on the racing line. And he's serving it on the racing line there. Gordon's going to take that inside. And look at the amount of slowdowns on the timing tower at the moment. Gordon's going to end up overtaking here. Look how much cleaner that line is. Ooh, a little bit of contact in the top corner just there. Gets the block across, and that was very late to move across by Gordon, in my opinion. I'm not a steward, so don't take what I say as gospel. And they carry on their fighting. And now Gordon's got it all to do again. 7 minutes into this 20-minute race. At the moment, Fredericks trying their best to run away with it, but Savio at the moment, look at that timing tower, how much Savio is gaining every second. Trying to survive this heat, I hear you on that, 100%. Oh, and there's stuff going on behind them once again, side by side. And we'll go with Schneider just here because he's going to have the best seat in the house. Gordon managed to get past in the end. Another slowdown for Shiznikov. And it's a three-way battle now for 5th place. Currently on board with Schneider in 8th, who's going to be absolutely loving the fact that all these are fighting this hard. I'm surprised that wasn't another slowdown there for Anton, but Williams gets through and carries on his driving. And meanwhile, behind Schneider, we have another who's joined the battle. And this is the beauty of Thruxton. If you don't pick your battles carefully, you're just going to end up inviting everybody who's going a million miles an hour behind you to join the fun. Oh, and something's just happened there. Something big just happened there as the Major now really struggling here. Let's quickly go back in front while these lot are still fighting it out. Yes, lone qualifying, as always. Yeah, we'll have to have another look at that because it's not coming up as a big crash. This is a separate incident. Looks like this one went afterwards. Here we go. Major in the blue Hot Wheels car, Anton in the black. And this is what I say, if you take the outside line, you're turning less. And the Major, wow, what a save. He saved that with absolute grace. I would love to see how that looked on the inside. So if you hug that outside, you're turning the wheel less, which means in the front wheel drive cars you're picking up more and more speed. And Major just probably went a little bit too far, and it's very lucky that it happened that late. Everyone's spread out a little bit more now, but what it takes is one mistake. Hey, I'm driving here. Yeah, pretty much. You've always got to watch on your outside, especially in early laps of the 4 hour, because there's going to be plenty of people who are going to be taking you too wide through churches. So if you get a chance, practice the wider lines, because you'll be surprised how quick those wider lines are going to be in race conditions. Oh, thunder outside. There we go. Knew that was happening at some point. Jacob and Patrick both fighting it out. Meanwhile, as we're about to hit Goodwood. What would be awesome is you broadcasting the 4 hours. No. Smiler Bull, Paul, will be doing the broadcast of the split on Saturday, and he does a fantastic job. So watch the iRacing stream on Saturday, it'll be worth it. It's people who actually drive for TCR every now and then on there, but this battle at the moment, I want to look at what's going on ahead, but I'm also curious to see what happens here. Is Patrick going to make a send on the inside? I don't think they are. Ooh, it's close. And it's a slowdown for Tibbett. How are they going to serve it though? Blue and yellow with a slowdown. And then that guy who is singing goes like steps on the cat's tail. So Tibbett serving the slowdown on the inside. That's you don't really want to do that when a camera's looking at you. Poor sportsmanship there. Slowdowns are yours to take. More further in front, we're looking at Schneider. 4 cars trying to hunt them down. We're in 12.5 minutes for strength of field fixed split. I'm not animated at the moment because it's so warm in this announcer's booth. It's like a greenhouse in here. I tell you what, Schneider's struggling through that last part of the circuit, and that could be an opportunity for Aina behind to get a move done. Schneider luckily nails that first corner. We're not going to see an audacious dive here, surely not. Luckily, we're not. Aina at the moment has to figure out a way of getting past Schneider because behind Anton is catching and catching quickly. We've got Chris Wetz as well catching up to this group. Just a reminder to people who are not in this race at the moment, the open split opens in 3 minutes. God, look how quickly everyone's catching up to Schneider. If you can get in that slipstream there on these quick corners, gonna have such an advantage. I'll tell you what, Schneider not the strongest through that corner either. I think we're about to see an audacious dive at some point here. How confident do you feel on your brakes? That is the question. So what, Schneider having to second guess that one. They're all keeping it nice and tight. Oh, that might be a bit too much for Aina. No, Aina keeps it within track limits, but poor exit from those 3 corners has given Shishinkov a fantastic opportunity now to get something going. He's got the overspeed here, surely. Oh no, backing out a little bit here. You see Chris Wetz just slightly going into your picture there. Not great lines there at all from either of these two drivers. Schneider's managed to get slightly away here. Now Chris Wetz, all Chris Wetz has to do now is hope that these two go side by side and they have a chance to completely leapfrog over them and pick up another 2 places. Leo at the moment, Cameron, is up 6 places. So a great race from then. Chris Wetz 2 cars behind, up 3 places. Also got plenty. Oh, this is where it's going to get squeaky. Side by side. Everyone's done really well through this final chicane so far, by the way. Oh, and Shishikov with another slowdown. Hang on, Schneider just there. Schneider's... We need to go inside the car for Schneider because I'm pretty... Schneider possibly with hardware issues? Not able to get it out of 3rd gear, and yeah, that's the wheel unplugged straight away there. Oh, tell you what, I bet that looks scary from everybody behind. Looks like they unplugged the wheel and tried to get it going. Nope. Something going seriously wrong there. Let's quickly get over to this battle here. And this is for 11th place at the moment. A wheel is going to be stuck up the inside of Churches. Everyone's done so well so far to keep it nice and clean through there. This is a lot cleaner driving than I would have expected at Thruxton, I'll be honest with you. So we're 16.5 minutes in. We'll go quickly see what happens up to this next corner. Another slowdown, this time it's for Leo. They make their way through. Leo, car in front of these three at the moment with the slowdown, pulls over to the side to serve it. Before trying to get back up to speed. Loses one position, could potentially lose two here. It looks like they get through quite nicely. And 0.52 away. Oh no, could be below 5 seconds depending on how their exit is. And Zhizhnikov taking the car and becoming an expensive lawnmower off the exit of that corner. And this battle will rage on, but at the moment it is Randolph Fredericks in the lead. 0.7 away from Savio, and Stephen Hurd has dropped back a little bit. I can't see any events showing Stephen going off the track, so I just wonder if Stephen's pace is not quite there in the thick, so I expect it to be a lot better on the open. But to what, Fredericks in the lead at the moment, Savio is not letting them breathe at all. Speaking of breathing, Chris Wetz and Aina at the moment both fighting it out like cat and dog. Oh, tell you what, that's Shishinkov as well, slow through that final chicane. Yeah, these three just cannot escape each other at the moment, no matter how much they try. I'm keeping a watch on the leaders at the moment. As you see, Savio is sort of hovering around the 8/10 mark. But the same with Tibbet and Gallic behind. They've both been constantly fighting through this race as well. Everybody else sort of spread out a little bit, just having a whale of a time by themselves. And thank you to the 40 who are watching in here at the moment. Get yourself over to the YouTube side and put a thumbs up on the stream. Also watch the track guide if you haven't already for the 4-hour. And of course, share it about with your teammates. It's only a basic guide, but it's better than what a lot of people put out. In some cases, they don't put anything out at all. So 2 laps to go. And Anton and Leo at the moment are going to be fighting till the end. This is probably going to be the battle to watch. Just quickly grabbing some more water quick. It's just everyone else does the same. Tell you what, when Anton wants to drive clean and wants to try and get away from people, they're very, very good at doing so. Now we're watching Wetsu's trying to close down Aina as quick as possible. Leo Aina up 6 places from the start, Chris Wetz up 4. And the checkered flag is out, which means Randolph just here. I'm just looking at the time. Literally on the 20th, so with 2 seconds to go, Fredericks gets the win. Massive congratulations to Fredericks for that one, with Jose Savio second and Stephen Hurd in third. Hurd for third. Oh, and Wetz with a slowdown right at the end. Oh, and they just went straight. No, they'd lost another place at the death through the slowdown. And this is what it looked like for Major. So Wetz in front, got a slowdown, probably slowed down a bit too soon for it. And Major's just like, you know what? I'm taking that freebie. A gift to Major just there. Still down 5 places, but an 8th place finish. Just waiting for Gerard, who's had terrible luck this race. Every time I look up, they seem to have a slowdown somewhere. Also the jump start at the beginning as well, which we'll have a quick look at now if we can. Oh no, it's just behind. Oh no, it is David that we're looking at there. No, it's not. Wait a minute. Oh, it was Harrison with right. It was Robbie Harrison who had the pit. So even though they went into the pits, they still climbed at 6 places. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's get through today's results. So Randolph Fredericks and Jose Savio, Stephen Hurd occupying the 3 steps of the podium. Gordon Howgate in 4th place. Then a couple more seconds back, we then got Nathan Williams in 5th with Anton, Leo, Major, Chris, Robbie, all giving us some great battling throughout. Daniel Repetto as well at 11th. Jacob Tibbert in 12th, who's fighting with Patrick Gallick, who finished in 13th. Walt Schneider down in 14th after some hardware issues, it looked like. Nico Loikinen in 15th with David Gerard in 16th. Only one instant really I think we need to check out, and that was this one just here. I've got the right one. Oh, I don't think I have. Probably this one. Very likely this one it was. Go from this one. So Major car on the outside with a quicker line on the outside, and a little bit of a spin. So lucky to avoid the walls there. Kept the foot planted, kept the car going. There we go. No más ATR Argentinos sim racing. What, they're not going to be in the next race? I mean, we're not going to see Augustin the Sausage Fernandez at all? Gutted. Massive thank you to Backfire Simsport TV, by the way, for letting me use the SDK. If you look at the video description underneath, you'll find all the BSTV stuff down there. If you're on Twitch, you'll see it appear in the chat now. For TCR and V8 leagues, check them out, both on the YouTube and in their Discord as well. Right, let's get ourselves over to the next session. Let's get the music back on as well, because I know you're all jamming on that. So the open race coming next, and this could very likely be rain. I hope so. Right, plenty of time to get in, and already it's going to be splitting. Expect when I get into the session, everybody to be saying hi to each other. Friendly lot in there. On my own team now, no longer with ART Argentinos and the Sausage Fernandez. Salshika. Jane doing his Duke of Hazzard on the thumbnail, hell yeah. Please be rain, please be rain, please be rain. Go run a quick 30-second ad. Use this opportunity to make sure that you're following on Twitch and YouTube. Feel free to join channel memberships on YouTube or subscribe with Prime on the Twitch side. Well, based on wet setup, 25 litres of fuel and max wing, let everybody wreck out. Yeah. Right, let's see how friendly everybody is in the practice today. Let's quickly car logo flag. iRacing gap. Let's see just how friendly everybody is in chat today. Hi all.
Hi, Jay.
See, at least one friendly person in there.
If you look at Jay, there's no freezer tonight.
Axel_von_person just
Okay.
subscribed with Prime. Woo.
Cool.
Axel, thank you so much, man. Two months with Prime, hell yeah. And anything that I get from Twitch Prime subs or channel memberships on YouTube pretty much goes straight towards practice sessions and the TCR Showdown, which this season's TCR Showdown will be the first one where I'm probably not actually going to be there. So I'm pretty sure I'm in the middle of a field, camping, listening to Limp Bizkit. Really oh wait, it's Saturday, so I'll be disappointed by Guns N' Roses instead.
Hi, Paul. Hey, Jeff.
How friendly everybody is. Love it. Right, Jeff Saunders at the moment in one of the best liveries. We're just doing commentary for this one. It's too warm for me to be driving right now anyway. I'm already sweltering in this announcer booth. And sorry to all that I'm not more animated. It is.
The name Tosberg just joined the session.
It was. It's so warm. I can hardly. I'm exhausted. Hi. It's just been one of those days. How are we doing? Stay sloppy. I hope you're good. Hope you're well. Yes, we are going to be doing the open race of Thruxton. We've already done the fixed. Feel free to check it earlier in the broadcast or check a follow over to YouTube, and the races will be on there forever and ever. Thruxton's goated. I love Thruxton. I don't get the hate towards Thruxton. Right, let's get everything back up. There we go. So at the moment, the fastest lap on the open is from Carl Hardy. At the moment, running a 1:13.8.
You were right, Kev.
Jeff Saunders is just behind though. I want to have a quick look at the weather. Wheel spin central, that top split race was. It was great to watch. So track temperature at the moment 19 degrees, and that's an interesting line just there by Carl, but not the optimal one to take there. Got ourselves a new leader though, and that is a paint. That is a paint and a half. My English drivers are saying the same. I'm in the southern USA. Temps are gross. Yeah, it's. Oh. We've just had rain and thunder just now, but it was literally for 3 minutes. 16 degrees Celsius and rain in Stockholm today. Come here for a coolcation. Got another JC Academy car in here, a concept livery for JC Academy, which is also quite nice, but I sort of went away from this idea eventually. In fact, you can see this livery in free Sunday TCR action, posted by Joseph Wright TV. I ran the first fix and the first open last night, EST. Love TCR at Thruxton. 4 hours this weekend. Yes, same. I'll be doing the first one on Saturday. I unfortunately won't. I've got stuff planned. Unless it gets cancelled, I won't be doing the first slot. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get the track map up. And everyone, you have 15 minutes to register, and that's some power slide. Just a shame it ended with the wall just there. Thruxton GT3 is even better. Looking forward to the GT Sprint race later this week. I read about that. GTs are here as well. I think one of our teams is a contender for the broadcast split. It's going to be I reckon a 5 to 6k strength of field this time. It was about 4.5 last year. Who else we got in this session? We usually get a few more of our JC Academy members. And as soon as I say that, there's another one. Jaden's in as well, and Jaden's going to be one to watch for this race. Extremely quick driver. Tamas going up into third place. You can see at BSTV every Wednesday. And Jaden's jumped up to third. Also, if you enjoy your Friday night racing with TCR, you got SRL. And if you're located in North or South America, well, join ATC. Not just a league, but a big community up there as well. A lot of these links you'll see in the video description below if you're on YouTube.
Thank you.
Right, as things stand, Stephen Hurd takes the top spot at 113.4. We've also got David Johansson in this practice session as well, as Gordon Hauger is back again. Well, the JC Academy cars going off because I tell them to push to their absolute limits during the practice, and bless their little cotton socks, they do. Luckily, they don't do it during the race because they're someone ban that man, ban that mod. Kingdom, I was going to create you a special livery as well. I mean, it'd be like dog crap brown and slightly smell, but it'll be a livery just for you. JC Academy is 1.12 SRD license on average thanks to pushing the limits in practice. Well, if you push it in practice, it doesn't affect your safety rating, does it? I don't need a livery styled after your boxer shorts. Wow. It's so warm at the moment. Who's saying I'm wet? You know what? Never mind. We don't need that image going through people's heads. Us on track at the moment, Stephen Hurd. Let's go inside the car. This is what it sounds like. That's the practice sessions of the race sessions, though, isn't it? This isn't the practice session of the race session at the moment. This is the standard practice. Also wait for everyone to sign up. There are 11 minutes to go. But yet, once you're in a race session, then yes, the practice does count and qualifying as well. And Stephen obviously knows that we're watching, doesn't want to give away their secrets. Are you really sure about that? Yes. Practice session, once you're in the race session, is the one that affects your safety rating. That's not how I'm to. Oh no, trust me. Trust me. I'll happily trust you on that one. Go back in the show again. It's time you get. Wow, Kingdom, are you okay today? You can't even say it's the heat because you show off that where you are at the moment is so cool compared to the rest of the UK. Oh, is it warm today? Okay, finally. Finally, that's it. You feel the heat. And no air. Please breathe.
Watch your profanity.
What on earth was that?
Watch your profanity. What the frick is this session? Just close the door.
What was that?
I believe it's practice.
It was like 23 today, like 32. Oh yeah, it's too warm here at the moment. I'm just having a quick look through the... There we go. Okay. Accordingly, cornering instant multipliers are applied when averaging a recent ranked session into a driver's safety rating. Instants are counted throughout each session, including during the cooldown period after the checkered flag. The cooldown period ends after all participants have either crossed the finish line or have left the session. Go. Oof. Yeah, humidity's... the heat's... can be okay. It's just the humidity is what just absolutely just beats us all up at the moment. There's no air, so the fan at work literally only blew the warm air at me. Oh, yeah. I feel on that one. I was lucky enough in the office today that we had AC.
Hi, Tom.
The only problem with having AC on is as soon as you step out into a place with no AC, it burns harder.
I do apologise.
Fuck off.
Oh, wasn't supposed to press the wrong button. Stop fucking swearing.
What did you just fucking say, Joe?
Oh, you like trappy?
I pulled the aircon unit out last night. Hell yeah. You're going to be sleeping in Arctic conditions. Right, at the top of this session at the moment, Stephen Hurd leads away a 113.040. So close to getting into the 112s. Which Jaden at the moment, is Jaden on track? Jaden's not on track, but this is somebody who could potentially break that record as they jump in to their first flying lap.
What?
And based on the text that I sent to her, was this morning could have base jumped off my nipples, they were that erect. Why did I read that out loud on this sort of stream? Yeah, hopefully it's showing both the Twitch and the YouTube right at the bottom of the screen, so hopefully you don't realise that I'm not talking to myself. Oh, we've got a lot of people in. Cam, McKay.
Is England in Europe?
We've got in the second. We've got Taurus Vosberg as well. It was Kingdom, and I'm proud of you. Oh, and there's a power slide. And Vosberg straight into the wall.
Nearly 70 on line at the moment, anyway.
Oh, I think Johansson's gone off into the wall as well, to be honest. Everyone getting all their laps in. Pete
Why is
Newman.
there a runway in the middle of the track?
Used to be an airfield.
Old airfield base.
Second World War sort of type.
I think it still is an airfield, I think.
I mean, the fact there's an air runway strip on the middle of the track should probably have like indicated there used to be an airfield at the very least for Thruxton. It's a British track as
How
well.
original. UK and an airfield and a track.
Always.
See, usually this slot, the open slot, has all the chatty people in it. There's an airstrip at Snetterton too.
Something.
Why didn't they know that one? And Silverstone. In fact, it's only Brands Hatch off the top of my head I can fit. Oh, and Cadwell Park as well. That come to mind that don't. I don't know if Croft does, because I can't. I'll be honest, I can't remember what Croft looks like off the top of my head,
What
because it's
team
been.
first, the track or the airfield?
It's been so long since I've driven around Croft. It's literally how the bomb hole was made, because they were trying to blow up all the airfields in World War II. Yes. No one believed me when I said that. They just thought I was trying to say that other word that sounds like bomb hole. Right, 3 minutes to sign up. Let me just let everybody up. No, in session, no.
These track conditions are horrid.
See what everyone's been chatting about in here. They're dating, so be careful what you say. Wait, what? Don't talk to that Corley guy, he is a cult leader. What the fuck? Wow. Absolute balls on some of these lots. So Pete Newman about to go over the line. Are they going to improve on their time? 0.672 behind the leader after going across the line. No improvement. I think it got its name because over time and an unexplored bomb was discovered there. An unexploded bomb, sorry. The more you know. Okay then, 2 minutes to go until the open race starts. At the moment, Stephen Hurd with the quickest time of 1:13.040. We're still talking about bomb holes. Snetterton was last week. We're just explaining the history of Snetterton and airfields on British tracks in general. Some lovely liveries in this lobby, by the way. I see so many different colours.
Let's win this cult leader.
There you Hansen jumping up to second. And any second now, people will start jumping out the session, jumping in. Get that music back on whilst we're at it. Some nice lo-fi music with the sound of a VTEC in the background. So everybody slowly backing out now. So some interesting battles in the fixed race. Hopefully we'll see that continue for the open. I'm actually really hoping for rain. I'm going to very quickly check. So in all of this, there's a 0% chance of rain in this entire practice session, but I'm hoping we get rain. If we get rain, it'll be the first strength of field race we've broadcasted this season with rain. We need it. Inject it into my veins. And nearly a 5k strength of field as well, by the way. Right, I'm going to run a couple minutes of ads whilst we load in. That way you won't miss a thing. Welcoming everybody to the TCR Challenge Top Split Week 11 at Thruxton, a God tier track, and this is the open race after we did our fix a little bit earlier, and the location for this weekend's iRacing special event, the 4 hours at Thruxton. Commentary is done by me, JayCaulls, today, and I'll welcome you all into the UK for this week's race. We only had to go slightly across the country compared to Snetterton to get here. So a nice cheap fuel trip. If you've been here plenty of times before, welcome back, take a seat and enjoy everything you are about to see. Lovely waving there, Barney. Beautiful job. Thanks, mate. So qualifying about to start now. You don't know how it works by now. 8 minutes. Single qualifying, 2 laps. At the bottom of your screen, very shortly, you're going to see little segments and sectors. Green means it's a personal best. Purple means, well, you're the quickest of the whole session. And I don't see anybody here at all getting full purple sectors on this. This is going to be an extremely close race that we're going to see today. I'm looking at all the iRatings right now. Although there's a gap between those at the top and those at the bottom, all it takes is people going too wide into a couple of corners and it could end up being absolute bedlam. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, so we're going to quickly go into this horrible screen for a couple of seconds, and there is a 13% chance of rain in the next 5 minutes. Depending on how long qualifying takes, I'm looking at there, I honestly don't think we're going to get the rain, but there is a chance we get rain at some point during this race. If that happens, we are in for an absolutely lovely time for us watching. For those on the track, depending on how heavy it rains and how soon, it might be something a little bit different. But currently watching Pete Newman at the moment make their way around for the first lap. We've been seeing some horrifically quick laps in the practice. No one quite able to get into the 1:12s just yet, but that could change with qualifying fuel. Get on board with Pete Newman now. Through turns 2, 3 and 4, you're kind of using each turn to set up for the following one. You don't want to go full welly until the very last one. or else you're just going to end up running off the track or slowing down to the point everyone else catches you up. Goodwood, where the tarmac darkens in the middle of the track there, you need to sort of throw your car in like almost a leap of faith and stick the car outside. You've got quite a few moving to the inside or the inside of the track, but I would always recommend to people for this corner churches, you need to prepare it by already being on the outside of the track. Going through Brooklands, you just keep to the left hand side before we got the final club section. You can take a hell of a lot of these curbs here. Just watch, Pete is going to take quite a lot of the first, a little bit of the second, power slide it round, completely mess it up, but hit it for style points there, and that's going to completely ruin the second lap as well. If I was Pete, I would have gone straight back to the pits, to be honest. But he goes in. Lap doesn't count because there was a... Oh no, lap does count at 1.7 off the pace, and Pete at the moment now has it all to do as Thomas Asboff gets the fastest second sector out of everybody. Stephen Hurd in the lead with Jaden Scotton in second. And so far so good for Team SRG, both either side of Jaden Scotton at the moment in first and third. The major returns for this race as well after an impressive fight back on the fixed. And we've got Mark Reynolds as well, another SRG. This is an SRG driver I've not seen too much of, but car number 4, so already a decent amount of iRacing there. It would be interesting to see how they do compared to their SRG teammates. Got another SRG. How many SRG cars are there in here? Alex Rauschenbach as well. 6th place. Next I'm going to end up like clicking on someone like Filippo Canella and they're going to be SRG as well. They're not this time, they're HRC, which I don't know who HRC are. Ugh. So fans will get bored of an SRG domination. David Johansson gets pole position with Stephen Hurd in second, James Scotton in third. Oh no, made that Jose Emmanuel Savio in third place at the moment. We've still got a few people trying to finish their laps, including Taurus Wolfsburg as well. Thruxton and Castlecombe are my closest racetracks IRL. Ah, good to know. Everyone prepping for the 4 hours? Yeah, possibly actually. I know SRG are putting several teams in through the day. We've had a few winners of 4 hours at Thruxton as well. I think it was Johansson and Hurd who won the first split on Saturday last year, if I remember correctly. Jamie Wilson getting to 16th from Taurus Wolfsburg in 12th, and Canello just behind 13th. But it looks like Canello's going for another lap. I don't know if they've got another one in the chamber or if they're just practicing. Bad qualifying for yourself, Thomas? Well, I mean, 6th place in this split's really good, in my opinion. Not bad going at all. Just watching what all these lot are doing at the moment. Jamie Wilson with 2 green segments there, hugging that outside to set themselves up for... Oh, I was about to say for a quicker church, but they've slowed all the way down. See, Jamie has already put a lap in and doesn't look like they're going for another one then. Just having a look at Canello, and Canello's actually hit 3 personal bests. I cannot tell you if they have or haven't done all their laps yet, but we're having a quick look around now. That final chicane, and going across the line. Can they improve on their 13th position? 1.753 behind the leader. They can improve on the time, but not the position. Gordon getting some last laps full of practice as well at the same time. Carl again behind me. Hope he enjoys the view. And Gordon did this on the fixed as well. Was just getting an extra lap or 2 in just to get practicing the track. So I expect perhaps Gordon and maybe Sim Racing Norway to be getting their own teams in over the weekend as well. How many splits? I didn't see how many splits for so far for this one, but there was either 2 or 3 in the last one. But there's so many people who are not racing because of how warm it is. I completely get it. I don't want to race right now. because it is literally so warm. And as soon as this race is finished and we've looked at the incidents, I am opening all my windows, living in the freezer for an hour, and then going to bed. Augustine, how are we doing on the YouTube side? I'm doing good, thank you. Yourself? Just waiting for the last cars to finish. Chris, I hope you're well as well. 12C outside, lovely. Get out. In this office right now, it is 35 degrees Celsius. Feel sorry for me. And that is an order. So do you think I am? Yes. Good. A smooth 22 inside. You know what, folks? You can go off some people so quick, can't you? Right, we're still waiting. Oh, as soon as I say that, here we go. Dale Johansson and Stephen Hurd Sim Racing Grid dominates the first row in first and second, with Jose Savio and Jaden Scotton occupying row 2. Row 3 has Alex Rauschenbach and Tamaz Asboff, Carl Hardy and Anton Shizhnikov in row 4. Tom Woodcock Major, the Major in 10th place, with Mark Reynolds and Taurus Vosberg in 11th and 12th. 13th place is filled by Filippo Canello. Gordon Hauger right behind in 14th. Pete Newman, after a terrible qualifying session, expect them to climb plenty of spaces. They will be starting in hard mode on 15th. Kev Aylett just behind for Just an Average Sim Racer, probably streaming now actually, so look for Just an Average Sim Racer on Twitch and YouTube and you'll probably find them in 16th, and Jamie Wilson in 17th. But here we go. Already I can spot all 4 of the SRG cars on the grid, waiting on Taurus and Pete to get on. Or what Bezos pays for. Yes, true. They're getting sweaty and not even racing. It's true. It's horrible. I'm not good with the heat. 17 degrees is usually my... I don't want it to be any warmer than 17 degrees. The fact I'm in double that right now is... I feel very uncomfortable. A pure Honda, by the way. First 2 rows. With a single Audi. And everyone can flash as much as they want. In fact, you can tell the chat right now you can all flash. Look at that, beautiful flashes. But here we go, the light's about to go. I'll read out in the second kingdom. 3, 4, 5, and it's lights out and away we go. Oh, and a terrible SRG start just there. I think that was Rauschenbach just there. Maybe dropping a couple of positions. Got everyone coming round here. So far so good. No major accidents, but a few cars there wanting to be lawnmowers instead. Here we go, Jose Savio and Jane Scotton fighting it out ahead, but a few wheeled in. And look, still nice. I'll tell you what, the starts. Oh, Vosberg just there. Manages to catch it right at the last moment. Vosberg back onto the track. And they're going to be really disappointed with that. We will watch that incident very shortly to see exactly what happened. But until then, let's get back up to the top of the standings right now. It is Johansson, Hurd, Scott and Savio, and oh, that's Woodcock off the circuit as well. These Vosberg will have someone to play with very, very shortly. And coming out of Churches, look how close behind Newman is. Oh wait, no, that's Carl Hardy getting to the inside. We could be getting a 3 wide through club. And usually 2 does not go into club here. That might be a slowdown for Tamas. It's not. They all managed to survive through. Anton sees the space on the inside of Tamas and makes their way through. Just behind him, Wilson Bark and Pete Newman fighting it out. Pete Newman so far up 7 positions. And this is going to carry on fighting through the next corner. But I'm going to just watch these lot behind because there's a lot going on here as well. There's fighting all through the grid, jockeying for positions. A skip across just there, and there's a spin to the major. Might have been the product of the HRC car going across the curbs and getting a bit unstable. Oh, and I tell you what, the Italian needs to find the width of their car just there, because that's twice now they've gone into the side of somebody. Meanwhile, in front, that's Anton going off the circuit there slightly. We don't know if they were pushed, but it's so far a much more active start in this race compared to what we saw in the fix. Did you hear there's talk of AEW doing a triple threat tag team TLC match at All In, Cope and Cage, FTR and Bucks? That would be some match, by the way. That would be a hell of a match. Pete Newman looking to finally dispose of the SRG car, and looks like they're able to do it and get it done this time. Asboff in front with a slowdown, so Pete Newman gets a 2 for 1. And that is Pete Newman on your screen right now, already up 9 positions. Tamas, meanwhile, is having to try and pick up the speed that they've lost from the slowdown. They lose another place there as well to Hauger. Got to watch out for the Italian stallion on the inside. We've already seen the Italian take the inside there and accidentally clip another car. Oh, Tamas about to turn in early there, but having to have second thoughts. That's going to allow the SRG car behind of Reynolds to nearly find their way through there. But let's breathe for just a second whilst all this is going on. This trail of cars, I bet the blimp looks a lot better on this race. It looks a little bit foggy still, but at least we can see more than 10 meters in front of us this time. Newman gets past Hardy to make it 10 places in front. And they get themselves through, see if anybody ends up getting any slowdowns through here, any yellow blocks on the timing tower, and surprisingly none. Everyone gets through quite nicely. I read a newspaper article that claimed that very hot temperatures give you a larger peak. Okay then, right. Gotta wait for this race to calm down a little bit before we have a look at the incidents that have already happened in this race. Fraser, how we doing? All brave people. No way I'm racing in this heat. What a lovely conversation to join in on, right? Helga catching up to Anton there. This is one of the closer. Oh wait, it looks like we could get a bit of a Woodcock nibble just here if Jamie ends up spinning. And look at that, Tom Woodcock literally pushing Jamie through, but Audi's going to have a little bit more pace in a straight line. Meanwhile though, Jamie is leaving space on the inside. It might be enough for Tom to get through and get side by side through Churches. Tom trying their best with the side draft here, but it's not going to be enough unless they go for a lunge, which they do. The Woodcock might be engorged with all this rubbing. Right, okay then. And Jamie yields eventually to the Woodcock. David Johansson in the lead though, but only by 0.4, half a second on Stephen Hurd, his teammate. Jaden Scott just behind, trying their best to keep up with the SRG teammates. Jose Emmanuel Savio in fourth at the moment. A little bit by themselves at the moment. They're more than welcome to slow down to let the likes of Pete Newman and Kyle Hardy try and catch him up if they really want. Also got another SRG car in Alex Rauschenbach, sorry. But my German is usually absolutely on point, so I apologise for getting it wrong this time around. And then Anton just behind. Anton, however, behind has the three cars of Gordon Hauger, Felipe Canelo and Tamas Asboff just behind. Then behind them, Mark Reynolds has his own train behind with Woodcock, Wilson and Aylett. At the back though, Taurus Vosberg not really having the times of their life. Tamas, meanwhile, another slowdown, picking up a lot of slowdowns off of that final chicane there. And this is a perfect opportunity for Reynolds, who was a second back. Look how close he is now, half a second, and has a lot of momentum going into turns 2, 3 and 4, but Tamas manages to get to the corner just in time to get back to the racing line and back to speed. Hauger at the moment trying to defend from Canelo as much as possible. It's getting close. Let's have a look what it looks like from the seat of Filippo. Oh, Filippo going wide, and that's twice. That's going to give Helga the tiniest bit of advantage there. Honda, meanwhile, extremely quick through Church, by the way. Extremely quick. And look at that timing tower there. The gap between Canelo and Helga, underneath half a second now. How brave does Canelo feel with his braking? A couple of different lines being taken at the moment. It does seem that those who are taking a wider line into Club are not making the most of Club. Unlike a lot of corners, you can take that final set of corners really narrow, and it actually helps you out a little bit more in keeping the car a bit straighter through all three of those high risk curbs. Just watching here, and Helga with a terrible line through there. That's going to give Canelo a perfect opportunity here. Went as far as 8 tenths back. Just with a better line through there, he's gained 3 tenths, and now has Helga nearly within half a second. In fact, as soon as I say that, the timer did go under half a second. So, can Canelo get any closer here? A bit of a skid just there. Controls it quite quickly, gets on the throttle soon, and Helga off the circuit, picking up a fair bit of grass. That timing tower's going down lower and lower and lower. Meanwhile, we're going to quickly go up towards the top because Stephen Hurd... Stephen Hurd's slowing majorly down there, and that's given Jaden Scotton a fantastic opportunity now to catch right back up. As Jaden up a position at the moment. Oh, and that's Hurd off the track again. Slowly picking up off tracks. Oh, but Jaden completely misses the braking point there. Lucky not to collect another car, and that gives Stephen Hurd some much needed breathing space there. Who's not going to be afforded any breathing space anytime soon is Jose Savio, who has the ultra quick Pete Newman in the top 2 in the BSTV Pro League at the moment, all over the back of him. And this is 2 drivers who do not usually race against each other, so probably do have very little experience of how the other races. One thing's for sure, they're both in Hondas and they both know exactly how to get the most out of their cars. Through Churches, Pete actually going onto the grass there slightly to take an even... open the corner up a little bit more and pick up some more speed, but Pete is on the run here. We could see a last minute gasp of a position here. Pete's going to be on the inside. He's just racing about in Josue's mirrors. Pete taking a much narrower line through there, keeping it within the track limits, no slowdowns, and Josue's in trouble because if Pete didn't get the move done that lap, he's very likely going to get it done now. Helga behind, meanwhile, slow down, pulls straight off the racing line and gives the position to Canelo. Has to watch out though, because Asbov will be looking to regain the position that he lost a couple of laps ago by serving the exact same slowdown. Josue and Pete Newman, the pass happened. Let's have a quick look at that, and then we'll have a quick look at some of the incidents that happened. So turns 2, 3 and 4. I wonder if it was a last minute. Nope, Josue going a little bit narrower into the corner. Pete's taking the inside there, and Josue yields that one. They're going to hope that they can keep behind Pete and maybe make a move a little later in the race. At the moment, they stand 4 tenths back. Let's have a quick watch through here just in case Pete makes a mistake through the final chicane. I think we'll try and have a look at the Taurus incident first. And oh, that wasn't the best line there in my opinion from Josue, and that's given Pete Newman nearly 8 tenths gap between them both there. Right, so Taurus going off the track. Wonder what happened there. Looked like there was a bit of traffic here. At this point, you got to try and choose your line as carefully as possible. And Taurus, oh, I tell you what, I don't think that one was completely on Taurus there. That might have been the Pure Sims car there. Hard one to judge, that one, I feel. Then Tom Woodcock going off the track at some point as well. Looked like they just overed it. Yeah, big power slide just there. They caught the car, but it did mean going off into the grass. Good job it's not raining. We'll quickly go back into live at the moment though, because we've got a couple of the cars here still fighting. That's number 8 with a terrible line through that final chicane. Meanwhile, Gordon and Tamas with a great one. That's going to put them ever closer to what Tamas Asboff right now is all over the back of the Norwegian. As we're about to hit 13 minutes into the race, it is all Hondas up to the top 6 at the moment. So those who are still wondering which car to choose for the 4 hours at Thruxton, well, you might be getting a little preview here of the open setup race where you need to be looking at. So we've got the major as well going off the track at some point. It's a major in the blue. This is through turns 2, 3 and 4. Just watch the Honda on the inside. Oh, there's no way the Honda should have been using that much of the left hand side of the track there. That's the sort of, these are the sort of corners you need to be setting up the following corners and not using all the track on the exit. And I feel the Italian used far too much there and it caused the 9 to spin, where if the Italian had just used the racing line, they could have given themselves a better exit and potentially sprinted past both of those cars. Go at the moment, it's Johansson in the lead with Stephen Hurd in second place. In the distance there, you got Jaden Scotton and Pete Newman trying their best to catch up. Jose Emmanuel Savio in 5th, Carl Hardy in 6th. Then we've got Alex Rosenbach in 7th and Anton Shushonkov with a train of cars behind in Keno Hauger Asboff. I tell you what, these are getting closer and closer. All this is going to take is Anton and Filippo to go side by side for a corner, and then suddenly you've got Asboff and Hauger just behind, and potentially Reynolds as well, about to join in and have a lovely time. Biggest climber at the moment, up 11 places, is Pete Newman. Go a little bit further back and look at this. It's not the greatest corner there from Anton. Anton really struggling with that final chicane there, and it's just allowing these to fight it out. Got 5 minutes left. If I was Tamas, I would carry on. I would push Gordon as much as possible to catch up with these, because all it's going to take at the moment is a mistake from Anton and it's anyone's game. Big cut on the curb just there from Tamas. Not enough for a slowdown. Just want to have a quick look to see how close we are to any rain, and the chances of rain are getting smaller and smaller as the laps go by. So yet again, even though we're scheduled for some rain, I don't think we're going to see some rain, and I think after today that'll be every single strength of field broadcast this season, none of them with rain during the race, and that's extremely wide. Extremely wide from Canelo, and Gordon gets onto the inside. What a pass, but I tell you what, Tamas pushing the car behind, and he's got to be really careful he doesn't accidentally spin him here. Tamas looking for his own way through, but is not going to get it. And look at the cars approaching from the rear. Brilliant racing going on at the moment here. This is Johansson's to lose at this moment in time. There's some big battles going on behind, as well as the major looking to go up the inside of Kev, but decides to jump out just in time. Got Jamie Wilson just in front of him as well. Kev very good at defending, so he's not going to give the major any inches here. About to go through Goodwood. This could be the corner that makes and breaks, as they've both gone for completely different lines here. Kev going for more of a late apex. Meanwhile, car number 9 going a bit too soon there. 2 wheels off the track, but still keeping it on. Churches could be the one that makes and breaks. And Pete Newman with a slowdown, which is going to have Jaden Scotton breathing a little bit happier with that one. That might ruin Newman's chance of a impressive catch-up to a podium, and a potential dive on the inside here from the major. He slightly misses the apex of that corner, so a bit of pushing with the TCR. All TCR racing, get a bit of bumper-to-bumper action. Just don't use the other person as a brake, which that was very on the line there for that one. In front, Gordon Halgett catching up to Anton now. And look behind, everyone is just getting closer, closer. Another slowdown for Vosberg, who's having a torrid time at the moment. Through Goodwood, if these two end up going too wide through Churches, then that's a big opportunity for the cars behind to catch up. They don't get that close at all. They even go off a track here, neither of them do, but using every single inch of curb there. Literally just pushing the cars as hard as they possibly can. Into the final chicane, which Anton has had a lot of struggles with, braking a lot here. Causing Gordon to slow down a fair bit. Gordon gets a much stronger exit though. Now it's up to Anton. Is Anton going to defend that inside or carry on going? He's going to be brave and carry on going. Gordon with a much better line through corner 1 as well, and we could see a move at this corner. We don't. Oh, and there's a bit of contact just there. Slight bit of contact, but both having slightly different braking points there. I don't know if that damage on Gordon's going to be enough to slow him down for the race, but oh, it's a meatball flag for Gordon. Gordon has far too much damage on his car there. That was a big hit, and one that has not. We may have actually. Let's have a quick look if we can. That's the aftermath. I don't know if I can rewind this one. I might be able to actually, because I've got my. No, we'll just go live because we are on the final lap. Right now, we do still have Johansson in the lead. Let's have a quick look, see what's happening in a bit further back. We've got the Major versus Jamie Wilson right now. About to start their final lap. It is still close between these up ahead. So you get your poker checks in if you're on the Twitch chat. But after that incident just there, it seems to have calmed everyone down a bit. And Gordon's just losing a lot of pace right now. Can't jump into the pits. A bit of door banging action just there, but Woodcock's going to get through with hardly any problems. We will try and find out exactly what happened there, because I didn't think that was that big of a hit, but obviously iRacing thought a little bit differently. But coming across the final corners, going through Club, Dale Johansson, the Swede, gets the win for the strength of field open race. Teammate Stephen Hurd gets second place as well. An SRG domination towards the top of the podium. Jaden Scotton going through into third place, with Pete Newman fourth. Coming across the line is Josue and Carl Hardy. Meanwhile, we've still got plenty of fighting through here. If anybody makes a mistake or gets a slowdown, nobody does.
I was trying, Jose.
Oh, a slowdown just there for Tom Woodcock. And he's passed the line. He's gone over the line with the slowdown. Oh, and that's going to hurt. If Vosberg can get through the line quick enough. Oh, we don't know where Woodcock's going to get relegated to from there. Didn't serve a slowdown before going across the finish line. It's up to Taurus now to get through here as cleanly as possible. I think it's about 40 seconds if you don't serve it, but we'll have a look, because Taurus was 22 seconds behind Kev Aylett. Oh, that's gutting for Tom just there, and I don't think Taurus enjoyed his performance. in that race at all. What do you lot reckon? So David Johansson, Stephen Hurd and Jaden Scotton are your podium finishers today. Great racing from both the sim racing grid guys. Pete Newman, great fight back up the grid after a terrible qualifying session, up 11 places into 4th with Jose Emmanuel Savio in 5th. Carl Hardy just behind with 6th, and Alex Rauschenbach. I do apologise for my pronunciations. Don't ever watch me do a Football Manager stream, I beg of you. And Anton Shizhnikov in 8th. Maybe if you lot just had easier names to pronounce, we wouldn't have this problem in the first place. Ivo Canello gets 9th place with Thomas Asboff in 10th. We've got Mark Reynolds and Tom Woodcock making it through. Oh wait, no, it's a change actually. It's Mark Reynolds in 11th and Gordon Hauger gets the 12th place with the Major in 13th. Jamie Wilson in 14th. Kevin in 15th. Taurus Vosberg jumps up to 16th after Tom Woodcock not serving their slowdown before the line, and Tom finishes last. Shishnikov. I'll get there eventually. It's not a pronunciation I'm very used to saying. But thank you for letting me know. Shishonkov. You know what? I'll just say Anton. Anton's easier. How they go get 60 cars in that pit lane? They go repeat pit lanes, pit boxes. Mark and Alex are SRG guys. They don't normally do TCR. Yeah, we did. I did notice all the SRG paints. I was just like, they're trying to invade my lobby. You know, when you mess up the setup, well, this happens. That's fine. You still did well. Still a top 5, so not all bad. But yes, there we go. Let's go through the incidents that we had during this race, because there was a couple. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Gordon's one, because that looked like a hell of a hit, but let's have a look. So Major went off the track just here. Oh no, so it's Major having a good start there. So Taurus going off the track. Let's have a look at this one. Big fan of being spun out twice in both strength of field races. Oh, I wouldn't be though. And there's Vosberg just there, tapped on the side. Loaded the set wrong. I put the safe one. It was rubbish. Then Tom went off the track. I think this was the power slide. Lovely power slide just there. Then the Major going off the track here, but I think this was just more, yeah, it didn't use all of the circuit on the entry and just became a lawnmower for a little bit. Let's get to the drone cam. Yeah, I feel the Honda should have just kept more to the right hand side there. The racing line to keep to the right as much as you can to open up the following corner, and car 9 shouldn't have been spun out there. Anton going off the circuit shortly here as well. Wonder if that was just going a little bit wide. Manages to control it, but at the cost of losing a load of places. So it takes one mistake like that and everyone just piles past you. So take care in the first couple of laps of the Thruxton 4 hour, or else you're just going to have 30 cars trying to pass you like that, and it's potentially going to cause an absolutely massive pile-up. Canelo ended up going off the track for over 2 seconds as well. Probably the same point as well, to be honest. Carl in Apex now? I didn't know. I thought it was in JAS. No, Carl's not in Apex. Hal's still in result. He's just using the same paint as what he does on Wednesday's Backfire Simsport TV. Which, by the way, everyone, make sure you're following the Backfire Simsport TV, V8 and TCR League Discord and YouTube now. There you go, I'll even make it easier. I'll put links in the chat. If you're on YouTube, check out the video description underneath. I can't seem to find the moment. In fact, yes I can. Yes I can. It's just going to require me to... go back a couple of laps, I think, and that's Gordon getting out of the way. I'll find it. So it happened. Sure this was it. I could be wrong though. Ooh! I felt that. That was enough to give Gordon the meatball. Just both wanting to take slightly different lines through the course. Jess, how are we doing? I hope you're good, hope you're well. No camera here today because I am a soaking wet mess. Interpret that as you may. And then right at the end of the race, a driver shows us exactly how they feel their race went. Happens to the best of us. Alright, well, thank you all so much for today. I'm sorry I haven't been on camera, because, yeah, I'm just exhausted. Yeah, like Jess is, shattered. Just absolutely exhausted. All my energy is gone from the heat. But I hope you've all enjoyed watching the races. If you missed the fixed, then please go over to the YouTube channel, subscribe to there, put a thumbs up on the stream, and you can watch exactly what happened on the fixed as well. Next week is Mid-Ohio, but until then, tomorrow we're going to be live on the Backfire Simsport TV channel doing some commentary with Pete Bingham, and that's going to be about 40 plus cars going around Thruxton. Don't miss it. We will then be live on Friday on Twitch with our BU. That's where viewers get created as WWE superstars and we let AI versus AI. It's great fun, honestly. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, drop by the Twitch on Fridays. You'll absolutely love it. Saturday early morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, we'll be doing our 4 hours of Thruxton. To my knowledge, that is going to be the only 4-hour Thruxton I'm going to have time to do, as I've got other commitments during the day. So be here early on Saturday. That'll be on both Twitch and YouTube. Now on Sunday, I don't know what we're doing Sunday actually. To be continued, but we might do some officials and racing on that one. Is there a place you can find a potential teammate for the Thruxton 4-hour? Possibly, if you join the TCR cord. If you get yourself in for the TCR cord, there's a section to request a team through there. You can just solo it if you really want to. Anyway, TCR cord just there. Make sure you, on the YouTube side as well, are in the TCR cord as well. Leagues, free setups, lap guides, it's all just there. I do that on Forza. I do want to play Forza eventually, but I'm just scared of Bowie Knife 99. If you know, you know. Right, so we have racing team on Instagram. We're putting together several teams. I'll allow that. There we go. Jose has his own team on Instagram for iRacing, so check that out as well. There might be people in the JC Academy as well, which my own personal Discord is discord.gg/JayCaulls. So get yourselves on there as well. The more the merrier. It's not a complete racing Discord, but there could be some people in there who'll be willing to do 4 hours of Thruxton with you as well. But right, everyone say bye to the YouTube side, because I'm disconnecting that now. Anyone on the YouTube side, before you leave, make sure you hit that thumbs up on there. And there we go, that should be offline now.